Okay, so I'm going to be reviewing and applying my Kat Von D brow long wear pomade, her pomade. You can see I've used it a little bit. And this is the dark brown and medium brown. Let me turn it around. And it's the 24-hour Super Brow. And it is true to its name, like literally. And what I've learned about it that's different than if you use a pencil, or I'm used to using Anastasia brow pomade, is Anastasia stays pliable throughout the application, but with this, like, you have to work fast with it because it dries, and as it dries, it attaches and it don't move. So you have to like apply and then start, as it starts to get tacky and start drying, that's when you start your movement with it, if it makes sense. This is different than a pencil. Like, it doesn't stay, it don't move anymore, like once it's on there. So you have to immediately start working. Now when I apply my brows, what I do is I start in the center. I like to start in the center. A lot of the product is on the pencil when you first start applying. So a lot of product is on there, so you don't want all of the product at the front of your brow, because you want that to kind of like ombre out and look lighter than the body and the tail of the brow. So I start like in the center, and again, start moving the product so it'll start looking lighter. With this product, you don't have to use a lot, but on my bald spot, I do. I really have a real George Jefferson brow, seriously. So I move the product around. As you can see how it's already starting to, it's not even smearing. Got a little bit on my finger, but that's fresh. So it holds. That's an indication that it does hold. It does do the 24-hour that it says it does. Sweating, running, whatever, rubbing. I applied this one earlier. See, really nothing coming off. And I'm pressing down on it. I'm pressing, for real. It's not going anywhere. And so once you get application down, and again, I'm using, I didn't say this at first, I'm using an angle brush. Just an angle brush. I don't know who this is by. I think I picked it up at Walgreens. But any slant tip brush will work. And I just apply, get up to my arch and drag down to create an arch. You're really using the angle in that brush. And another key part is when you're using an angle brush, whatever brow you're on, make sure the high point of the brush is faced like towards the nose. So if I'm on my left brow, make sure your angle is facing this way. And if I'm on this brow, just flip it over and do the same. That way I keep my angle all the way across. Okay? Flip, no, flip, all the way across. Like so. Even if you get out of line a little bit, that's fine. Because you know what? You're going to clean up with your flat tip brush. With concealer. This is my e.l.f. concealer palette. This e.l.f. And this is the medium palette. They come in light, dark, and medium. And I just underline it. Again, I start my product in the center instead of in the front. And again, you're using the angle of that brush. Now, you can either use a flat tip for this, or you can use another angle brush. But I like a flat tip just because when I get to this part, now it is a little tricky when I'm getting into the arch or the curve of my brow. It gets a little tricky, but for the most part, it's flat laying around here. And I can really fan it right in here. And start coming down. And so by the time I started in the middle, each product I started in the center, just because by the time I get back to the, move it back to the front, some of that product have wiped off and I'm not heavy in areas that I want to be. I like this product. I like it. And again, 24 Hour Super Brow by VonD. Dark brown, and she has a lot of different colors. It's not just these dark colors. She has a variety of colors. And another thing that I like about her product line is that her pomades are the same color as her pencils. So if you get a dark brown pomade, you can get a dark brown pencil. And I like to do that sometimes because I just, most of the time I fill in with a small petite pencil. But for the most part, I like a dark pencil and a dark pomade as well. I want to use the same color, but I don't know of another line that does that. I hadn't researched too much, to be honest. But yeah, so this is the VonD dark brown super 24 hour, and it's true to name. And I used the medium. I didn't really use the medium. I just used used all dark and then just brushed it out and made it look. And it don't come off once it starts to dry. It don't come off. A little bit. I see a little smear. Just if I had to be honest, just a little smear. But who's gonna be doing that? I'm not gonna be doing that because I want to save the brows. Thank you.